everybody, welcome back to KVA Knowledge Virus Usman. And this is the second part of the anatomical positions. Remember what I had explained or elaborated even a bit upon anatomical positions. I had given also an example, yeah. East, west, north, south, yeah. I was just relating the individual directional terms which are dis- distinctively different or distinguishable from each other based on their topics or concepts. Yeah, what are they? I was talking about I was connecting the elaboration or description of the directional terms upon the maps, geographical areas like east, west, north, south, to the anatomical positions, the directional terms of our entire body. Directional terms is nothing but the indicators which are used to indicate which parts are located on which section of the entire body, which area of the entire body. As like here we apply this method in apps or in maps, yeah, in maps. So now let's dive into our exact destination upon the anatomical position in this video. So I had told you to learn or to contemplate or emphasize our whole attention upon the directional terms, okay? So the first directional term is superior. In biological term, you can also say cranial, okay? Superior means that the parts which are present in the upper direction to the navel are known as superiors, or the the upper components to the navel are known as superiors, or the components which are above the navel are known as the superiors. So here, why am I taking only the navel? Why am I repeating the word only navel? Okay, that thing to contemplate that on. So because the navel is at the center, okay, think of it as a horizontal line. So as in maps, we make a plus sign to indicate every single part, every single directional term of that exact geographical place to identify the places or where the places are located. Okay, so exactly like that circumstance or scenario of circumstance, we are just making the navel or contemplating or imagining the navel as a horizontal line in our entire trunk or body, which is separating our upper and lower parts or components, and ultimately it is describing that the upper means it is articulating, okay, my elaboration or my imagination upon the navel as horizontal line is articulating or conveying all of us that the parts or components of the entire body or trunk above the navel are known as superiors, and the parts or components of the entire body which are below the navel are known as inferiors. Okay, so I hope that you understood the both terms. Okay, here there is a colossal contrast among the two distinctive anatomical directional terms, superior or inferior. In complex words, you can also say that there there is an ultimate, okay, there is an ultimate contrast, there is an ultimate contrast among the two individual anatomical directional terms or also biological terms known as superior and inferior. Okay, this, if we will translate this complex sentence or break down or try to understand or take it in our brain in an easy way, then we can normally say that uh, superior is exactly opposite of inferior, and inferior is exactly opposite of superior. So here, as I said, that superior are the parts which are above the navel and inferior are the parts which are below the navel. Okay, so also you can say inferior as what? Also you can say inferior as caudal. Okay, caudal. superior is cranial and inferior is caudal. So now let's dive into the other two directional terms, which are known as uh, anterior, anterior, and posterior. Okay, so let's first understand what is anterior. Anterior means the parts which are visible to you are the parts which are exactly in front of you, through which you can deal with. Like there are two participants which are merged or apprenticed in a particular section of fighting known as Kung Fu. Okay, so what is that? What is that whole? Means, as I said, the section of the whole, that the whole is martial arts, and the part of the martial art one is Kung Fu. And the one, there are two participants merged or apprenticed in Kung Fu, and they are just in the confront of each other and have planned to fight against each other, and one will of them will get the victory. That's all what. So here, if one person, if there are A and B, if A kicks or punches the belly of the another or the B person, then this means he punched. Okay, he punched the another person's anterior part, means which are visible to him. Okay, he means the back side or the posterior part. Okay, the back side of the B participant isn't visible to the A participant. Yeah, it is in front of you. That so because of this reason, the parts, the components of the intertrunk which are visible to you or which are in front of you or in the front of your intertrunk are known as the anteriors. In biological term, you can also say this word as ventral. Okay, ventral. So now let's dive into the elaboration of the posterior. Okay, posterior in biological terms are known as dorsal. Dorsal, remember it, memorize it. It is extremely dominant to contemplate or focus your attention on or emphasize your attention on. So posterior means the back side which are invisible to you. The back parts are components of my entire trunk. Okay, the back parts are, the back components of my entire trunk, my body, are known as posteriors. As I said, in extreme biological term, we can say the posterior as dorsal. Okay, as like here, the words written in my shirt. As like you can see, there is a sign here. Okay, there's a sign here, and there is a speaker here, mini speaker, Mac. Here it is written Mac, and my nose, my eyes, my hairs. Okay, my hairs, my forehead, my mouth, my ears, my front ears, okay, here, my cheeks, my thin, my neck, my chest are all visible to you. My front shoulders, okay, are visible to you. But what might be written on my back side of the t-shirt, okay, are not visible to you. The scapula means the triangular shaped here bones aren't visible to you because they are at my back side, and because of this causes scenario of circumstance, we are saying the back side as posterior, also known as dorsal. Okay, so we will meet at the next video. This video has ended. I hope this video has ended, and I hope that you have gained a lot of knowledge upon anatomical positions. Okay, anatomical position directional terms. I think you have got me. What I have taught in this video, I think you got me, and I hope that you have memorized them. I'm not only talking about to memorize them, but also try to understand. Okay, try to convey the meaning, try to build, make, and originate the definitions of all these stuffs, or posterior, anterior, dorsal, ventral, all these stuffs from your own mind. Okay, so this will create or originate your own thinking skills, your observation skills. Okay, so we will meet at the next video at distinguishable directional terms. Okay.